Okay, everybody. Time for dinner again. Tonight's going to be very simple. We're going to do spaghetti meatballs. Obviously vegan meatballs. And we'll do a little bit of a salad and some garlic bread just to zhuzh it up a little bit. So I already got a big pot of water boiling on the stove. Ready, it'll be ready in a few minutes. So let's do let's prep our, let's do our sausage. Let's make our meatballs next. So I don't even really need this cutting board. I'm not going to get this cutting board dirty, I don't think. We're going to use, let me just get like a bowl. There we go. So we're going to use the same sausage that I made the breakfast burritos out of, the leftovers of that, into our meatballs for this. So I just got it. It comes in this like, I'm sure I need this before, but it comes in this like Jimmy Dean style packaging. It's just like a tube of this sausage material. It's by this brand Life, I think. They've been around forever. They make a lot of good, Light Life. They make a lot of good vegan products. This is their sausage flavor one. It's called Gimme Lean to kind of mimic Jimmy Dean sausage, if you're familiar with that. So I'm going to use, I've already used a third of it. I think I'm going to use like another third of it maybe for the meatballs, which means we'll find something else to make with the last part of it later this week maybe. Maybe we'll do some more breakfast burritos or some more spaghetti or something. So I'm just going to cut off a piece, which is easy because it keeps the rest of the unused stuff mostly covered by the original packaging so it lasts longer. And then I'm just going to press back on this plastic wrap. And that'll seal it up nice and tight. I'll put that back in the fridge. And then with this stuff here, just gonna cut the packaging a bit, peel it open. This is where it starts to get sticky. Alright, so we got our patty here. Just gonna throw out the package. I'm also gonna start heating up my pan because it only takes a few seconds to heat up the sausage in the meatballs, so I'm going to start heating this up so it'll be nice and hot and ready. That'll save us a few minutes. And then this I'm just going to, just to get roughly equal sizes, I'm just going to like cut it in half, and cut it in half again in this bowl. You don't really need a cutting board for this. This isn't exactly fancy work. Cut it into eighths maybe. And then I'm going to rinse off my knife. I got this, this is I'll show you in a sec. I think if you just have one knife in your kitchen, you have to have a chef's knife, like a full-sized chef's knife. This, you can do basically any task with this. So as long as you have this, you're good to go. And I pretty much use this for 90%. If this is clean, I'm going to use it for whatever the heck I'm doing. This one's Dexter brand chef knife. There's like fancy knives you can buy out there, but I talked to my dad, who's a chef, to see which kind I should buy. And this is closer to what they would, I guess, use in the food industry. It's got a nice long blade, so you can cut whatever the heck you need with it. And then it has a plastic handle, which is going to have better grip and be a little bit more formed to your hand than some, I don't know, like fancier handles. It doesn't have like a tang that goes all the way through to the end, but like whatever. This is like injection overmolded plastic onto steel. This isn't going to come loose ever. You don't have to worry about that, I don't think. I've had this for many years now, and it's as nice as the day I bought it, although probably better because I've sharpened it since then. So it's good because the plastic handle's got texture to it, so you're not going to slip in your grip if you've got wet hands. And it's nice and sharp, big enough to cut a cantaloupe open, but you can still like mince your herbs with this. You don't need a ton of sizes of knives if you have one good one. So anyway, so back to the sausage. I'm just going to roll these sections up into meatballs. This is where your hands are going to get messy, but that's okay. Make 8 little meatballs with this. Roll them up. I'm being a little bit fancier. Honestly, if I'm like really lazy and I don't feel like even getting a bowl out, I'll just cut the end off the sausage packet and just like squeeze it out a little bit at a time and like grab off chunks while I'm standing over the frying pan. But I'll be a little bit fancier since we're doing this whole Twitch streaming live to the internet thing. Alright, so we got our meatballs. I'm just going to throw these in this pan. I think the oil's probably hot by now. It's been a couple of minutes. Yep, you can hear it starting to sizzle a little bit. So these are going to take maybe like 5-10 minutes to really cook. You want to get them nice and brown. Just going to wash my hands off here, get all this sausage off my hands. They sell 2 varieties. Gimme Lee sells 2 varieties of this, and it has been for like years now. I always buy the sausage flavored ones. They sell a beef flavored one that's supposed to be closer to like ground beef instead of ground sausage. And I don't like the flavor as much, so I use the ground sausage one for like everything. They were out at the store of the sausage flavor a little while ago, and I bought the beef flavored one, and just like definitely not as good. So I'm just going to toss these around in here, get them coated in oil. This is just sort of on medium heat. These will cook for a while. You can see my water is definitely boiling real good. So I can put the pasta in whenever. So I'm just trying to think about timing the rest of the dinner. I'm going to do some garlic bread. Just have this like basic sourdough from local grocery store, nothing fancy, but I'll make a good garlic bread because you're going to cover it in butter and garlic and salt and deliciousness. Yeah, I think I'm going to put the pasta in now. You can really do this pretty quick. So we're just going to do, apparently this is what I have, some thin spaghetti. If you're cooking pasta, just trust, I used to taste the pasta, like after, whatever. If it says cook 10 minutes, I would taste it 10 minutes and see if it was al dente or whatever. Just trust the package. I don't even really taste it anymore. Just assume that it's going to be done. I don't like having the pasta super long, or it's too much to handle with a fork. So I do like to break it in half. And so rather than actually pulling it out of the package and breaking it by hands, what I've been doing lately is just, even for these cardboard packages, just putting it over the corner of the counter and breaking it like that. So now you've got all your pasta at half length and much easier to get on your fork. And it doesn't make a mess. Alright, we're going to go in. This is way more pasta than we're going to eat tonight, but honestly, we're probably going to have the leftovers as like buttered noodles tomorrow because that's what you do when you've got leftover pasta. You don't have to feel guilty about eating just buttered noodles. I got my slotted spoon for my pasta. I'm going to turn the heat up a bit, stir it around for a second. Give this a toss, starting to get some good browning on these. If you're cooking these up, don't worry if you like overly brown one side. It's just going to add more flavor. Alright, so this says 6 to 7 minutes, so let's just do 7 minutes. 5, 6, 7. Okay, now I'm going to do the garlic bread. So, get out the butter. I guess, let's see if my wife is watching. I don't think so. I'm going to do... Let me ask real quick. I could do all of them in this vegan butter that I eat, but my wife's vegetarian, so maybe I'll do hers in some regular butter. I'm gonna go see what she wants. Okay, normal butter it is. I see the answer now. Okay. So, got our regular butter, our vegan butter. Thanks, Vegan Dad 84. I assume that's my dad, who is sitting all alone in Pennsylvania right now, I assume. Alright, so let's just grab maybe 4 pieces. This bread's kind of dry. That's okay, we're going to slather it in fat and salt, and it'll be good. Yeah, I don't know why this is kind of... Maybe nobody was... I mean, I suspect actually now that maybe nobody was buying bread at the store, and it was just drying out on the shelf more than normal. We'll see. Make sure I don't forget to toss these around. And turn this down to low. Starting to get a little smoky with the oil in there. Put a lid on it too. Alright, so the garlic bread. Actually, I'm going to break out the cutting board for this. So, get our bread all laid out. I'm going to microwave the butters a little bit because right now they're not toasted, so they're not very strong. Like if I were to really smash butter into here, the butter will be cold. It's not going to warm up because the bread isn't going to be warm. So I'm actually going to pre-microwave the butters a little bit so they're easier to spread on the bread before I actually broil it. So it's going to do like 15 seconds maybe. Pasta is boiling fine. Alright. So we got our bread. Grab a knife. Alright, yeah, so it's nice and soft and spreadable now. It's earth balanced butter. So I'm going to remember that the ones I make with the vegan butter have these big holes on the side so I can remember when I take it out of the oven which was which, because they're going to look identical. So we got a bunch of butter on there. And that looks good. Go to the other one. Spread that on. I'm doing this quick because I want to rush over and stir my sausage meatballs around a little bit, but I don't want to make too many trips over to the oven. That wouldn't be very time optimal with it. Alright, so I got butter on both of these. These can go back in the fridge. I learned that, I don't know if you can see the fridge door. I learned that the little door, the little like, on your fridge door, there's that little compartment on the top. I guess that's the butter drawer. And I always assumed that it was called the butter drawer because for some reason it would like keep the butter longer. Your butter wouldn't go bad as fast if you kept it there for whatever reason. And then I discovered from somewhere that that's actually the warmest part of the fridge because it's at the top and it's at the door, which always gets opened and closed. So, heat rises. And so you put your butter there because you want your butter to be a little bit soft and spreadable. You don't want it to get too frozen in your fridge. But I don't keep my butter in there right now because I have other stuff right there. Alright, so I just got this like super generic brand garlic salt. If you're going to make, I don't have any problem buying prepackaged spices. They already figured out what the right ratio was, so I'm not going to do any guesswork. So we're just going to generously spread some garlic salt on here. Dad, maybe you can have some. I know Mom doesn't like garlic this much. You should get some garlicky food while you're in Pennsylvania before Mom comes down there and joins you. Alright, so those are ready. These are good. So these are plenty toasty. I over toasted them a bit, but you can see that one of the sides is a little bit black in there, but that doesn't really matter because I'm about to dump a whole can of tomato sauce in here. And the tomato sauce is going to soak into these and add a ton of flavor, make them nice and soft and juicy. So you're really just going to get a bunch of flavor. Not that tomato sauce brands matter too much to me. I haven't really ever had a consistent brand, but I've been buying this brand for a while, or like the last 3 or 4 times, and it's been good. So this is just like a really basic pomodoro sauce, which I suppose is just tomato sauce, very basic. So we're just going to dump this whole thing in. Well, yeah, we'll dump the whole thing in. So I'm just going to turn off the stove now. There's plenty of heat to warm up that sauce, and I don't have to worry about burning anything. So now I can just not pay attention to it anymore. Just going to rinse out this glass jar and put that in the recycling. And my pasta is done. So I'm going to turn the stove off, hunt around for a strainer. Let's see, I got a strainer over here that I will use. So I'm going to turn cold water on in the sink so that while I pour the hot water down, I don't shock the pipes with super hot boiling water. And then I will strain my pasta. Alright. Got this nice oven mitt again for my mother-in-law, which is great because if you're pouring boiling hot water and you have to hold the strainer in your other hand, you kind of just have to hold your hand over the steam. So having this big full glove is nice, keeps your hand from being burned. So that's the pasta. Ready to go. So that's done. The trick is, I know I'm not going to be serving this right away, and I'm not going to be adding sauce to it right away, because I'd rather sort of let people portion it out as they like. So the trick is to squirt a little bit of oil in there, and then toss it around. And what that does is it keeps the starch left over from the pasta water and just the pasta itself from gluing all the little strands together. So now you're going to have free-flowing pasta, even if I serve this a little bit later or for leftovers tomorrow. So just going to toss that around a little bit. I'm going to do the toast now. So I'm just going to put a lid on this so that it keeps some of the heat in. Just going to put on the path of the oven where the burner hasn't been on. So I'll stay warm back there. And now I'm going to broil the garlic bread, and I've waited till I finished getting the sauce ready and the pasta ready because I am so distracted in the kitchen that if I was to try and broil these while worrying about a timer or anything else, I would surely burn them and I'd have to start over. So I've got them all prepped, and now I'm going to do them in the last step. So I'm going to go into the oven, which is not on right now, pull out one of my racks and put it on the top. Yeah, that'll be fine. Yeah, I'm going to get a baking tray out. I'm going to go one down. This is a little bit too aggressive. There we go. I'm going second from the top notch. Then I'm going to go to broil and hit start. So broil just means broil turns on the burners in your stove. So you might be wondering, like, what's the difference between broiling and baking? Well, first of all, it's only going to turn on the burners on the top of your stove because they're expecting you to put your food like right next to the burner so they get really crispy and toasty real quick on one side. And then the other difference is that I'm pretty sure, I mean, this is what I've my experience so far. The oven isn't going to like try to regulate its temperature. If you go broil and high, it's just going to turn those on at full power until you turn it off. So don't leave your oven unattended on broil because it's really just going to burn the hell out of anything in your oven. So I'm just placing this bread on here, and vegan is on the left with the bigger holes. I'm just going to put this in the oven. There we go. And if you're going to broil in your oven, it's such a localized heat from those burners that it matters how you put your pan in there. You can't just put it anywhere randomly in there. What I've done with the bread is I put it on the sheet tray so that the 2 rows of bread will be roughly well aligned with the 2 big burner elements on the top of your oven. Or if you have like a gas oven, there'll still be like typically 2 big gas elements on the top for broiling. So you want to line it up with that, and then when you put the pan in the oven, line it back and forth so that you're not gonna have like one side of your bread a lot closer to the elements than the other side of the bread and get like an uneven thing. Otherwise, you'll have to sort of like fix it. How do you spell fedora? Fedora? I don't know what do you like, the hat? I have hummus. That's almost, oh yeah, maybe garlic hummus. That could work. Oh, the tomato sauce. I don't know. Let me look at the jar. Pomodoro. Right there. Is that in the camera? Yeah, Pomodoro. Pomodoro. Yeah, there we go. I don't know what the difference between this and a marinara is. It looks like a marinara. It's got tomatoes, onion, oil, basil, sugar, garlic, oil, salt. So who knows? Maybe it's from a certain region of Italy or something. Who knows? Alright, so now I'm going to check my bread. See, I got distracted already. This is why I don't broil things lightly. It's not hot yet. I'm just going to set like a 1-minute timer. I'm going to check this like every minute because you can really broil things quickly. Well, we got 5 viewers on, and it's Pomodoro. It's a tomato in Italian. It's tomato in Italian, so it's tomato sauce. Great. I'm learning so much. Thanks for looking that up. Okay. Now we play the waiting game while I don't try to burn things. Oh, while we're waiting, I can try and get the pasta or the salad put together. So this will not be a fancy salad. This is going to be bagged spinach with some croutons and salad dressing. Some Caesar, or some, what is this? We're gonna have some bagged spinach and some croutons, which are vegan. Better check on the bread. Oh yeah, there it is. See, I've already burned it a little bit on the edges. It's fine, but this stuff goes from 0 to 100 real quick. So you can see that I have a little bit of toasting here. And it's extra black right here because there was like a heat element right here and a heat element right here. And so it's extra hot like right in the middle. So maybe next time around I'll space them a little bit more to the left and right. I'm not sure. Let's take care of this bread. A little burned edges. It's not the end of the world. You just grab a knife, and you guys ever do this when you burn your toast? Just go in with the knife and scrape the edges a little bit, get that burn layer off. It's not all the way deep, so we're just gonna take off a little bit. Whew. toasty. Almost done. My dad, when I was growing up, hi dad, by the way, would always... Okay, well, I'm getting some advice from my wife on how I can time manage more. Or I don't know what they're talking about. Anyways, when my dad would take stuff out of the oven, like a pan like this out of the oven growing up, and I would like go to grab like a French fry off of it or something, he would say like, "Be careful, that thing's like 400 degrees." And I think from a pretty young age I was like, no, like it's like a thin piece of metal. It's highly heat conductive. As soon as you bring it out into room temperature air, it's going to drop like by a ton, like almost instantly. And then my dad would be like, "Well, you should still be careful." So I do think about that whenever I'm like, like I can touch this now. Like I can literally set my finger on this. My dad would be like, "That's 400 degrees." So I always think about that when I pull a hot thing out of the oven. So our garlic bread is done. Took care of those burns. I'll get a plate for them. Couple of plates. Alright, so we got the vegetarian ones, and we got the vegan ones. These will be great. And, put the pan away. Alright. I was going to tell you about the salad. So, when I was growing up, vegan, we ate a lot of salad, as you might imagine. And we ate a lot of lettuce, specifically. And so growing up, until I was probably like way older than I should have been, I don't know how old I was, I thought that salad was the vegetable. Like, I thought you would buy a head of salad. And I didn't realize there was different kinds of lettuce, or that they were like, that lettuce wasn't salad. I thought those were like literally interchangeable. I didn't understand that a salad was like lettuce plus like dressing plus stuff made into a thing. So, a fun tip when you're growing up and eating a lot of salad. So we're just going to have spinach and some salad dressing. I've been I've been eating this Annie's Goddess dressing for a little while. It's pretty good. It's got a lot of flavor to it, and I don't feel like it's... I don't know, it goes well with a lot of different salads. I don't get tired of it. So we got our spinach. I'm just going to put these into some bowls. Just do a little presentation at the end. I think my wife is just sharing time management tips with my dad, which is cute. So we'll do that. Okay, maybe my assistant needs some lettuce though. He's already for some spinach, so I'll just let him find that later. Okay, so we got that. Put this back in the fridge. I'm honestly probably going to freeze this lettuce later, which is why I'm not like doing a better job of baking it up. And then we'll use it in smoothies. Like frozen spinach blends really well. It's all like brittle and easy to blend, and it keeps your smoothie colder. So I'll probably just put that in the freezer later. We got our croutons, we got our salad dressings, and then our sauce. Sit that there. And I'll move the mic back a little bit. We can get a little bit of a hero shot here at the end. So, this is what is for dinner tonight. We got our garlic bread, a little bit of salad, tomato sauce with vegan meatballs, and our pasta. So we're going to enjoy that now. And we call that garnishing the ground. That's a cute way to... That's funny, I have to say that next time. Alright, well that's it. We're going to have dinner now. Thanks everybody for tuning in, and have a good dinner time yourselves.